into the wilderness. Morning all. This morning we are going over to play at Brampton Park Golf Club, which you might remember from the Cambridgeshire golf course review is my old golf club. So a little bit of a homecoming. This is pretty much where I learned how to play golf. My dad is still a member there, so I still play there on a fairly regular basis. It's a parkland style golf course, 18 holes. We've got a bit of sunshine this morning after a fairly miserable week of weather last week, so we're looking forward to having a very big bump, good day on the golf course. We'll be answering all of your golf fitness and nutrition questions, as well as a few technical things, and just generally giving the course a review.
We have got our overnight oats again, which is just oats and water because I'm dairy free, and we've got some like my protein toffee drops in there to make it taste sweet, and some cinnamon. This is a really good pre-round breakfast if you're teeing off early, just because it gives you a complex carbohydrate to give you energy for your whole round. Golf can be pretty long and you can get pretty tired, and you need that energy from the carbohydrate to fuel you around the course. You can, if you want extra protein in there, add like a protein powder, keep you fuller for longer, and also keep your muscles repaired as you go round and nourished as you go round. You can add a protein powder or something like that. You need to be in your prime position to perform well. So if you've got a chocolate bar, the sugar's just going to burn off straight away. It's going to give you a nice energy high maybe on the first 2 holes, and then you're going to have a massive sugar low, and you're just going to be spending the whole round searching for energy, and your body's not going to have anything to drive it and fuel it. Same with if you skip breakfast, again your body's just not going to be in the best position to perform at its best.
First tee here then at Brampton Park Golf Club this morning. Perfect day for it. First hole here, in my opinion, and I've played the golf course a lot of times, is probably one of the hardest opening holes on a golf course that you can play. If you have a little look down the fairway here, a bunker just on the left hand side, right hand side here, and you've got to play into that little area over on the left, and then the hole goes over to the right hand side. Let's see if I can put the ball in the right position. I'm just going to hit a little 4-iron and hopefully get myself in the right spot. Is that planted? I've got 164 yards into the flag. I've played safe. The bunker's just over on my side here, so I've played down the left hand side of the fairway, and I've got a fairly open shot, or about as open of a shot into this green as you can possibly get. You can just about hopefully see the flag in the shadow over there. It's a white flag, but all of this short is water. Everything on the right is water, everything on the left is water, and everything long of the green is water as well. Even though I've done all the hard work in some ways of hitting a decent tee shot and giving myself a good chance to go for the green in 2, it's a really tricky second shot into this green, and for me that's why it makes it pretty much the most difficult opening hole that I've ever played. I think the best round of golf I've shot round here is 3 under, and that definitely started with a double bogey here, so I shot 5 under for the rest of the round. So just shows how tricky of a hole it really is. Maybe today's a day I have the best round ever, because I've just hit it on the green in 2 and I've got a birdie putt to start. I'll always walk off with a par and with a smile. Ali, what are your first impressions of the golf course, just from walking in and playing the hardest opening hole in golf?
It's amazing, it's lovely. We're very lucky with the weather this morning, so it makes everywhere seem amazing, but it is beautiful. I really like parkland golf courses anyway, so Matt said that I would like this one, so it looks stunning at the beginning already, but yeah, that first hole is a tricky one. A lot of water, And I've been told there's a lot more water to come, so...
Yeah, I think I counted once, there's like 13 or 14 holes where water comes into play on this course, so that's a big feature for sure. Brampton Park is very much a placement golf course off the tee. It's not the sort of place where you can just hit driver on every hole and get yourself as close to the green as possible, because there's a decent amount of dog legs, there's quite a lot of trouble in the distances that you would normally hit driver, and it's not, in all honesty, the longest golf course in the world. Very much a premium on putting the ball in the right place off the tee to give yourself a decent second shot. I may only hit something along the lines of 3 or 4 drivers, depending on what the wind's doing and stuff like that, where the tees are, where the flags are. I'm going to be using a lot of 3-woods, a lot of irons off the tee as well, just to get the ball in play and give myself the best opportunity to then make a good score. So seeing as I've got probably the longest putt in the history of the world, it's a good opportunity to talk a little bit about lag putting. I know I've spoken about my putting in previous videos and how I draw that red line on the golf ball, but if I've got a really long lag putt, I don't use that line on the ball. What I use is a little intermediate target in front of the ball. I find that I get a better perception on pace control by not using the line on the ball for these length of putts. So we'll give it a go. Fourth hole here at Brampton Park is a par 3, and as you can see from the tee marker, it's a stroke index 1, so it's the hardest hole on the golf course. Not very often that you see a par 3 being the hardest hole on the golf course, but you can probably see why behind me. We've got water in front of the tee, we've got trouble right and left from there, water short of the green, and then basically water all the way around the green. So it's a pretty tricky tee shot here. Off the back tees, which is where I'm playing today, it's 177 yards as well, so it's a decent 6-iron for me really to get it to the green. As far as I know, this hole was at one time rated the most difficult par 3 in Britain, so it's a pretty nice hole to play. I have to say it can at times be a bit of a card wrecker, but not today. I hope you got that on video, 'cause that's the best shot I'm going to hit all day.
Yeah, that was really good.
We're on about week number 5 now, I think, since we've been let back out from lockdown. And
Let out?
Yeah, let out, yeah. Like caged animals. And that means we've had 5 weeks worth of COVID style golf. What's your opinion on it so far?
It's, to be fair, like not that much has changed really in the grand scheme of things. Golf course is probably one of the best and safest places to be. Just
True.
Because even when you play golf normally, you're not that close to people, especially if you're playing with me, because if I've got a stick in my hand. But yeah, it is probably one of the safest places to be and one of the easiest places to be for social distancing.
True.
They've been really good and consistent, all the golf courses that we've been to, with following the rules really well. So
Yeah.
there's always alcohol hand gel everywhere, and
True.
so yeah, they've been really good at that.
I think the thing that I've struggled with most from a playing perspective is putting with the flag in. I know they changed the rules so that you could now putt with the flag in anyway, even before this, but I was always someone who took the flag out. I've never ever liked putting with the flag in. I feel like, if anything, I try and almost avoid it rather than aiming at it. So for me, that's just been, from a golfing perspective, the hardest change to adjust to.
Yeah, we're very lucky actually to have this amount of countryside nearby, and
Very.
golf course is always just a luxury place to be, I always think. Check out my new Titleist golf balls with my name and Fit and Flexi on there, just so that you guys know what my YouTube channel is, so that you can follow me on YouTube too for all nutrition and fitness and training advice, because I know quite a lot of you are quite interested in nutrition, fueling your body for golf, and also training and how to exercise for golf. So I will hopefully answer all of your questions. So I love these new golf balls, and now I don't even need to draw a line on mine.
Seventh hole at Brampton, and it's a nice little par 3, and I'm always going to love this hole. It might even be my favourite hole in golf, not because it's the most spectacular by any stretch of the imagination, but it's where I have had my first and so far only hole in one. I remember it like it was yesterday. I hit a 9-iron off the tee. The flag was just over the back of that bunker there. Yeah, I actually didn't think it had gone in. Then we walked over, looked over the back of the green. Not over the back. I looked in the bunker, it hadn't come up short. I was like, wow, I'll just check in the hole and see if it's there, and there she was. Bottom of the cup. Ace, baby. So we're going to try and make another one today. Not today. I'm a man of my word. We are 8 holes in, and this is the first time the driver has come out to play. And we've played a par 5 in there as well, but it's one of those ones, it's the 5th hole. Bring too much trouble into play, there's water and stuff, so I can't hit driver from there.
You're too good.
I didn't want to say I'm too good.
I could hit a driver.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so there are other players who obviously would have to hit more drivers around here if they don't hit the ball quite so far, but yeah, it's not the sort of golf course where you need to really overpower it. It's more about getting the ball into play. The 8th hole here though, it's a par 5, and it's just a nice straight par 5, and if you get a good driver away, then you've got a really decent chance of getting for the green in 2. So let's see if we can get a good one away. So that's the end of the front 9 here at Brampton Park Golf Club. I'm currently 1 under par, so I'm playing quite nicely. Make sure you drop down in the comments what score you think I'm going to finish on after the back 9, and you'll have to tune in next week to see the rest of the golf course. Ali, what do you think of the course so far?
I love it. It's beautiful. That's it.
Short and sweet.
No, I do really like it.
Guys, if you've liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on the back nine next week, and we will see you again very soon for another video.
And subscribe to my channel.
Fit and Flexi. I'll put that on here, somewhere there, and you can subscribe to Ali too.